I'm Stefan the Only Nerd. Welcome to my... Hey, ready for another airbrush video? Fudge. Just doesn't sound right. I'm late for the video, but I have an idea. I need to get it up to 88 miles per hour. Right on time! Hey everybody! Welcome to another airbrushing video with me, Stefan the Only Nerd. Whew! Just give me a second to catch my breath, right?
One eternity later.
And let's go! Today we're gonna cover what I consider being the best tools when working with the airbrush. And I have a list of 10 tools that we'll take a look at. But if you're new to airbrushing, I highly recommend you taking a look at my other airbrushing videos. Those will show you both the basics of the airbrush and how to make your own airbrush cleaner and thinner. So check out the link above. But now let's get started. Number 1, the spraying booth. I mentioned this one in my first airbrushing video, and it's a great piece of equipment that I absolutely recommend. And it's easy to set up, just a few pieces to fold out and connect. You can get it both with or without a hose to lead the air out through a window or a ventilation shaft. And the electrical cord is stored in the booth, so it's easy to store away when not needed. But it is a bit pricey, around $120 on Amazon with the ventilation hose and around $100 without it. There's also a version which includes LED lights that you attach to the inside of the booth, which is really good if you don't have sufficient light in your hobby area. Number 2, a turntable. This one is included in most spraying booth sets, but you can buy it separately if you already have a booth or if you built one yourself. It's really handy when spraying bigger pieces or when priming a lot of smaller models in one go. Number 3, the Multiarm Project Holder. A great tool to hold a lot of pieces at the same time, making it easy to paint them in one go, or when painting a bigger piece without holding it and getting paint all over your fingers. Letting the pieces stay in the holder to dry is also very convenient. The arms can be bent to fit your needs, and combine it with a turntable to spin it.
OMG, the synergy! Much love.
Number 4, the Airbrush Putty. This is one of my favorite accessories, and it's really easy to use and it's totally reusable. You just grab a piece of putty, warm it up in your hand and then mold it on the piece you want to cover. Then it's just to spray over it without worrying about getting paint on parts that should stay clean. You can either use it just to mask off parts of the model, or if you want you can make your own custom pattern for a camouflage look. If you're worried about getting paint outside of the placed putty, you can also combine it with masking tape. And when you're done, you just peel off the putty and put it back in the jar until the next time. Oh yeah, this is the part when I tell you to like and subscribe, so like and subscribe! Number 5, the Vortex Mixer. This one is just as useful for airbrushing as when painting with brushes. You want your paint to be properly shaken, that's exactly what the Vortex Mixer do. Normally they have the suction cups underneath to stay in place when used. To use it, simply press and hold the bottle or pot down into the Vortex Mixer, and it will start to really shake the paint. Hold it like that for a while and you can really see the paint getting mixed. The expensive ones go for about $100 and up on Amazon, but if you scroll through the pages you'll find some cheaper ones for around $40. Perfect if you want one but you don't want to pay them big bucks. But remember that you'll get what you pay for. The quality of the cheaper ones might not be as good as the expensive ones, and they're probably a bit noisier as well. I've had a cheap one for over a year and it's been working okay for me. Number 6. Stencils. Stencils is a smooth way to get some advanced artwork done easily. There's a lot of different ones that you could buy, or you could simply make one yourself. Printing a pattern on a thick paper and using a hobby knife to cut it out is an easy way of doing it. Some stencils you just hold over the model and spray through, others you can tape straight onto the model and peel off after. Number 7. Varnish. Spraying varnish on your miniatures will give them a protection against scratches and paint chipping off. Perfect if you plan on traveling and playing games with your models. Matte varnish will, as it's called, make a paint job a bit more matte, and the glossy one will make it glossy. And if you dilute the varnish a bit with water, it will work great with your airbrush. And when using varnish on a transfer that you put on, it'll make it look like it's painted on the model. Honorable mentions! The cleaning pot. Okay, yeah, I know that I said that I wasn't a fan of the cleaning pot in one of my earlier videos, and I'm still not. However, I can see that it's convenient for some people that want to keep their hobby area clean and tidy. You can empty the remaining paint that's in the airbrush straight into the pot just by spraying it. Just fill it with some water before using it. And the pot have filters, so just air will get through it. You usually get some extra filters when buying the pot, so you can switch when they get clogged up. If you're getting into airbrushing and want to get this one, I really recommend buying it with the cleaning set, the brushes and the awesome nozzle cleaner. And of course you can use it as a portable holder for the airbrush, which is mainly what I used mine for. And speaking of airbrush holders, number 8, Airbrush Holder. This double-mounted holder that you can attach to your table is awesome. Since you can't just lay your airbrush on the table without making a mess, you'll need somewhere to put it when refilling or just not using it. It's steady and it doesn't take up much space. You can even attach it to your compressor if you want to. Number 9, Homemade Thinner and Cleaner. I've been talking about it before, and for a reason. This is a real money saver. When airbrushing you'll be using this a lot, cleaner especially. And when using normal acrylic paints in the airbrush, you might need to thin them down with thinner for it to be used smoothly through your airbrush. And why not just make your own cheap and really easy? Check out this video for that. And number 10, Quick Connections. I mentioned these ones before, and if you have more than one airbrush, it's a must-have. And if you also got the handle for 2 airbrushes, you can super easy swap between the 2. And it's also very simple to set up. It's just to unscrew the hose from the airbrush, then attach the male part of the quick connection to the airbrush, the female part to the hose, and then it's just to press them both together until you hear a click. And just as easy you can take them apart. And also you get a valve on the actual quick connection, so you can open and close the supply of air. Do you have any favorite tools when using your airbrush? Let me know in the comments below. And that was that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more, here's a playlist of all my airbrushing videos. Here's the next video you should take a look at, and if you want to subscribe, press this one. Until next time. Pew pew!